share a tip with you. So this week in my coaching program, Journey to an Optimal You, our focus is on getting to bed earlier so we can get a good night's sleep. And this can help us in so many ways. It can help us feel better the next day, help us have more energy, help us keep from eating too much the next day. Because if we haven't gotten a good night's sleep, gotten enough sleep or enough quality sleep, it can actually mess with our hormones. We have a hunger hormone called ghrelin. So, and then we have a satiety hormone called leptin. So if we haven't slept well, our ghrelin is really high and our leptin's really low, and we might feel hungrier the next day. We might be reaching for snacks and not really know why we're so hungry. And that can have part of the reason or part of the explanation of why we feel that way. So really, we want to start, looking the night before. We want to get to bed before 10. And one of the things that I like to share with my groups is having a really good, solid, pre-bedtime routine. And that can mean a lot of different things. But really, my tip for you is kind of setting an alarm. So we tend to think about setting an alarm to get up in the morning, but setting an alarm for ourselves to go to bed. So we might want to set the alarm for, say we want to go to bed at 10 o'clock, setting the alarm for, 9:45 or 9:30, or, maybe even a little bit more time, depending upon how long you want your pre-bedtime routine. And it can be as simple as, of course, we're going to brush our teeth, things like that. But maybe giving yourself a little foot rub before bed. And that can be a really grounding activity. And when I say grounding, I mean like grounding your energy so that you feel calmer and ready to sleep. And you could do it with or without any type of oils. But if you're going to use an oil, especially since we're in the fall right now, and actually I'm recording this in the fall, so if you're seeing this later. But anyway, fall is a really windy time, and that can really mess with our sleep. It's what we say in Ayurveda, it's the Vata time of year. And it can actually, because it's so windy, it can, kind of have us where we toss and turn at night, or maybe we wake up and we're thinking about things. And so having a grounding activity or, grounding our energy is a great way to set us up for a good night's sleep. So maybe taking some warm sesame oil. So that might be either, putting your oil, your bottle of oil, just a little small bottle into maybe a teacup with some warm water, or even just putting it in your hands and really rubbing your hands together to create some warmth. And then just giving yourself maybe a 2 to 5 minute foot rub. So it doesn't have to be elaborate. And I know a lot of you may say, well, it feels better to have somebody else rub my feet. And that might be true, but it's a really nice gift to give yourself, to rub your own feet, it's a sign of self-care and self-love. So, taking that oil, maybe adding an essential oil, if that's your thing. And again, that you would probably go for something a little more grounding, like lavender or cedarwood. And maybe playing around with the scents, things that really make you feel calm and content and help you to get a better night's sleep. And you would just take like a drop or two of that with your sesame oil and then just rub your feet. And I mean, all areas around the toes, between the toes. And it might just become, one of your favorite activities to help you get to sleep at night. And I will tell you that it's really non-negotiable for me. I've actually had nights where I've gotten into bed and then I thought, I didn't rub my feet because I felt like I was in a rush and thought, I'm going to skip it tonight. But then I'll actually get out of bed and do it. And it honestly helps me sleep so much better. And especially at this time of year. So if you're noticing, maybe a little bit of insomnia or that tossing and turning, this is a great way to help yourself ease into sleep. And then even setting the alarm, like I mentioned. So when we set the alarm and we say, okay, it's time to get ready for bed, because sometimes maybe you're, doing some other activity and you think, I'll do, one more email or watch one more episode on Netflix. But having that alarm going off and telling you, okay, it's time to shift, and that other stuff can wait till tomorrow. And now I need to shift gears and start, winding down so I can get ready for bed. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys, or maybe other things that you do in your pre-bedtime routine. So thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.